Hey, what's up? So, the last video I made was quite overwhelming, and today I would like to go over what I think Flood Escape 2 could do to survive. I know the game will probably be dead soon because of how long it's been around, but why not? Okay, so the first thing I would like to talk about is map highlights. In the previous video, I discussed how much of a problem I thought it was that more popular creators are getting highlighted instead of underrated ones. Well, I have some actual evidence now. Yeah, I know, I have evidence, oh my goodness! Anyways, one of my friends, who I won't be name dropping for the sake of privacy, found out that 16 of the past 48 highlights have been by new, lesser known creators, while the other 32 are by people who are considerably popular in the community. I'm not counting permanent map creators, as a lot of them fit in the category of popular. Extending off of this, I think it would be better if we have a group of people choose highlights instead of one person. In this case, I'm assuming Coolzak35 is the only person who chooses highlights. Instead, it should be Coolzak35, Crazy Blocks, and either 5 moderators from the Discord, 5 respected community members, or 5 creators with the most highlighted maps. Instead of singularity bias, where only one person chooses what's going to happen, a group of people could choose from a bunch of maps and decide which ones they think are the best. In this way, we can get what we want without having the issue of singularity bias. I'd also like to say that whenever a person in this council finds an underrated map, they should play through the map to see if they find it worthy of being in the game. A lot of past highlights have been the subject of mass outrage due to how outrageous the gameplay could be and how cheap they look. That, and map creators tend to get upset because they didn't get their map highlighted. If you know what maps I'm talking about, good for you! Here's an award for being a detective or something, I don't know. This isn't Ace Attorney. Alright, moving on to my next suggestion. Story mode. So, I know this idea has been conceptualized before by some and was even planned for classic Flood Escape back in 2013, but I think it would be a brilliant idea to bring it back, to revive the game and give it some fresh air. I can imagine how some really popular maps, like Darkside Forest and Darkside Facility happen, and whatever happened to Flood Escape Classic. The point is that FE2 is due for a new game mode, and I think some sort of story or adventure mode would be a perfect way to lead into Flood Escape Hybrid. Ever since Chaos and Chill mode were removed, this game has been kinda dry, I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of Chill mode, let's talk about that. I honestly wish for this to come back, or some sort of tutorial could be added that a player can go through before playing the game. A message could pop up saying, "It looks like this is your first time playing Flood Escape 2. Would you like to play a tutorial?" Or something like that. Chill mode was the perfect example of a tutorial-esque game mode. And yes, it may be sad that it isn't here anymore, but there are still many more possibilities that can be explored. I'm not done talking about new modes just yet, so let me explain some more. There are 3 more I would like to bring up, courtesy of an anonymous community member. Royale mode, Hardcore mode, and Marathon mode. Royale mode would be where a random map is chosen, and whoever is the last one standing wins. Marathon mode would be like a boss rush, where you start with the easiest map and go all the way up without breaks until you reach the hardest one. Finally, hardcore servers would be for players who are really good at the game and require you to be 1 Crazy Plus, have 1 Rebirth, and have had an account for at least 1 year. It would be cool if the title screen could come back with a separate menu to listen to the music from the game, including community and seasonal maps. Maybe there could even be a feature where if you find a hidden disc in the map, it would unlock a secret remix of a specific soundtrack. It would also make for a cool way for more composers to get their music in the game, bringing more to the table. It would also introduce each mode to the player, which in order would be Normal, Pro, Hardcore, Royale, Adventure, and Community maps. My final point is a Battle Pass, or what I would like to call a Floodgate. This has been confirmed by Crazy Blocks that he will be adding this at some point, so let me give some ideas to make it exciting for returning players. Don't introduce it right away, and don't bug the player about it, as it would just annoy the player and lead them to not wanting to participate. Instead, make it optional to do, kind of like quests, so some could either play the game or do the battle pass. Yes, I am also requesting that daily challenges be optional. Sometimes, I just don't want to beat them, and I just feel like joining the game for fun. Well, these are just my thoughts, and I'm interested in what you guys have to say. What do you think could improve Floodscape 2? Does it need more content, or is it fine the way it is? Also, before I end this video, I would like to talk about what happened last week. That video was only an opinion video and had no evidence. I went on a whole spree of "I'm quitting" because I was so overwhelmed with that video. In all honesty, I think I just need to take more of a step back and give myself some breathing room. All of what has been happening will still happen, like people remaking my maps and releasing the retro collection. I'm still going to make maps, just not as frequently, and I won't be as active either. I want to try other things, and taking a step back is my next step in doing so. Anyway, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell to never miss a video. If you're really up to it, comment on this video to show support for my content. I'm going to be doing Twitch streaming soon, so I could use all the support I can get. Alright, see you later, you silly goobers.